My dreams are nightmares. How can I sleep? You got the gun against me.
What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Mattel WWE Elite Collection Series 81, the People's Champ, The Rock. And so here we have the Elite 81 Rock posing out of the packaging. Before we take a look at the figure, let's actually run through his accessories really fast. The Rock does come with two different pairs of hands. We do get a pair of fists. We also do get a pair of grip hands. We do get a SmackDown Live microphone with the blue marking, which looks really nice. And then we get a Soft Goods t-shirt for The Rock. Other than that, we don't get any other accessories. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually move on to his details. And so here we have a closer look at the Elite 81 Rock, and I have to say that Mattel is getting better with the Rock's likeness. This one really does look like the Rock. It's not 100% likeness to the Rock, but it is probably one of their best outings for the characters, and I do say character because he is not Dwayne Johnson. This is the Rock. Same person, it's wrestling gimmicks, sue me. But yeah, it really does look like The Rock, and it is a very good head sculpt. Although it's not my favorite head sculpt of The Rock, we saw some really nice head sculpts, especially with the Ultimate Edition Amazon Rock. But this is a very, very nice Rock, and I do like it. Now, I do have issues with mine where you can see it does have like some paint flakes right here, some discoloration up here, and then I think there was a black mark somewhere right over here. It's not a big deal, but it is something to note that yours might also have that same issue, but it's not that big of a deal in my honest opinion. The Rock here does look really nice. So let's actually move on to his torso. I'm not a fan of the body that they went with for The Rock. I feel like they should have used a really jacked body for The Rock because, you know, The Rock is very built right now. He is a literal muscle and he's just walking among us, and I don't think this body does a good job of capturing how ripped The Rock is right now. And yeah, I definitely could have done with that really ripped Triple H body. That probably fits The Rock better, but overall, it does do a really nice job capturing his Samoan tattoos right here. As you can see, they did a fantastic job detailing them, especially right here on this side. Because this is not a wrestling gear Rock, unfortunately he doesn't have any elbow pads, so no dropping the most electrifying move in sports entertainment. Now, this is the first Elite Rock figure that does have his updated bull tattoo, and you can see it's very nicely done, very well done. And I don't know if you guys can make it out, but they still have that Brahma bull tattoo somewhere right here. You can actually see remnants of it, which is pretty much what this cover-up tattoo is. It's the new bull, but we still have shades of the Brahma bull somewhere in this area, and I think they did a very good job with this tattoo. Now, another issue I do have with this Rock is the choice of lower body that they went with. If you can look at the body, they actually kind of made an amalgamation of two different lower torsos. Right here we do have your standard wrestling tights, and I can tell that just because of the sculpt work they have right here. It is basic wrestling tights crotch piece right here. It's not that big of a deal, but then when you realize they went with the sweatpants legs. Now, one issue I didn't notice is that when you do line up this Rock figure, particular mine, you can see, yep, the lines absolutely suck. They do not line up whatsoever, and that's lining up all the wrinkles and folds once you get his legs lined up. This one kind of does line up good. This one, they didn't even try. I mean, yeah. So not the best paint apps on the Rock. I might end up just switching the legs on this figure, because another problem with these sweatpants legs is that they're kind of short, and this does make this Rock shorter than all your other Rock figures, which, let's be honest, The Rock is a relatively tall character, and this is shorter than all your other Rock figures, so that is one issue I do have. And another issue I do have is the shoe sculpt. It's not that the Rock doesn't wear shoes like this, it's just that this design is very terrible because the peg is very small. It doesn't have a big area to go into, so when you do move the leg, you can actually see you are pulling that joint down, and it does make this incredibly loose, so do keep that in mind with this figure. Do like the color on his shoes here, although I think they could have done better. Overall, not a fan of how they designed it. I think the main selling point for this figure is this new tattoo, because other than that, it's really not that impressive of a Rock figure, to be quite honest. Although I do like the detailing on the face. I think they're getting much better with the Rock heads. The arm tattoo is really nice, but yeah, other than that, this is a subpar figure for the most part. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get the Rock compared to other figures you may have in your collection. And so here we have the Rock pose next to an Ultimate Edition's Brock Lesnar and a basic Jeff Hardy. And finally, here we do have the Elite 81 Rock pose next to the Then, Now, and Forever Elite Rock and the Ultimate Edition's Rock. So as you can see, this Rock is relatively shorter than all your other Rock figures because he is using the sweatpants legs and not the actual pant leg. Yeah, that is an issue with this figure. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually move on to his articulation. The Rock does have your standard Elite articulation, which is a ball joint here at the head, which does let him look up. He can't really look down, and that's pretty much what we've come to expect from all the Rock figures. They look up really nicely, just don't look down, unfortunately. But he does have ball joints in the shoulders, which do go out to 90 degrees, and they do go all the way around. We do have a bicep swivel on both ends, working fine. Single bend at the elbow does exactly what you expect it to. Swivel and hinge at the wrist. Then we do have an ab crunch, which does lean back, does lean forward. Although it kind of wants to lock itself in 3 points. It locks forward, neutral, forward, and back. So there's hardly any middle ground on my particular version. But he does have a waist swivel. Legs do kick forward to about there. And you can see that they want to fight me right here. They want to go up, but because of the way the sweatpants are sculpted, it's not happening, unfortunately. And going out to the side, they only go out to about there, which is respectable. He does have a thigh swivel, double bend at the knee, going a little past 90 degrees. We do have a swivel at the ankle, and then we do get a hinge, which does go back, does go forward, and then we do have rocker ankle. But again, because of how the art setup is, it's such a small peg that this gets very loose very fast, and you can see I messed with the left leg more than I did the right leg, so keep that in mind. And then we do have a rocker ankle. So overall, the articulation is what we've come to expect from Mattel. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get the Rock pose for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have the Elite 81 Rock pose for my final thoughts, and overall this is a pretty lackluster figure, if I'm being quite honest. I'm not a fan of the legs that they went with this figure, nor am I a fan of the torso. The build on this figure is completely wrong for the Rock. The Rock is a really jacked guy, and I have no idea why they didn't give him that really jacked body. It's mind-boggling why they don't give him that Triple H body, because the Rock is very jacked, very ripped, and this figure unfortunately doesn't capture that. And going on with the legs of this figure, the fact that they make him shorter than all your other Rock figures is kind of perplexing. Like, why didn't they go with another option? I honestly would have preferred giving us a wrestling attire Rock underneath soft goods sweatpants and the soft goods shirt. I think that would have been a much better figure than this, only because the main selling point of this figure is the new tattoo. Now, if I was a little more confident in torso cracking, I would definitely crack this torso and apply the arms on the Then, Now, and Forever Rock. But right now I'm a little bit rusty from torso cracking, so I'm not really going to try it, especially when I only have one version of each of these Rock figures and I don't want to mess anything up. So as it stands for now, this Rock is going to be how he is. Now, I might end up doing a leg swap. It does seem like that's possible, but that will be later down the road. Other than that, I can see people picking up this Rock figure just for the fact that it is The Rock. Now, there's tons of other Rock figures out there, but this was the first Elite figure that has his new tattoo, and that was probably the main selling point. If you're a more skilled torso cracker, you've probably already cracked this torso, giving him a better torso and then giving him better legs. Me, like I said, I'm a little bit rusty on torso cracking, so unfortunately just the leg swap is the way I'm gonna go. With that being said, guys, I'm King of Dragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and check out all my other action figure reviews as well as all my other WWE videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you'd like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it's in my collection, I'll gladly have a look at it. While you're at it, check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, and as always, ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.